¿Dónde?
Aquí mismo.
¿O allá? ¿Allá?
Aquí adentro.
¿O allá?
Sí, donde guste.
Gracias.
If you haven't seen the previous vlog, go back and watch it because this vlog is a continuation of the last vlog where I am trying to catch you up so you can finally see where I am today. And going forward, you'll actually be riding along with me. So here we go. To finish off the highlight reel, I came to this place called Mezcal Titan and asked the locals if I could camp there on the water. From there, actually, I had to do some paperwork. My passport was expiring, so I went over to Guadalajara to get that done, which was surprisingly easy. Got my passport. That's great. And from there, I went to the sweet town of Ajijic on the shores of Lake Chapala. This town is really, really quaint. It's known for its very large community of retired Americans and Canadians. And after spending some time there, I can totally see why so many would move there. I came across art and cultural events. The weather is great, and best of all, the views and vibe at the lakefront promenade are just incredible.
Stop the clocks, the bees are humming in between the contrasts.
I am a huge fan of skate parks. When I was a youngin', a middle schooler, I was a little bit of a skater girl. On a Sunday, on the Melicon, everybody just seems to be happy.
Next up, I headed back northwest, about a 3-hour ride to a place that became one of my favorites. It's called Santa Maria del Oro, and it's a lake inside an old volcano. It's amazing. I got to camp right on the lake shore, and in the mornings, the water was so still and beautiful. It was just magical. Places like these are honestly what drew me to motorcycling in the first place. As a young traveler, I fantasized about the idea that a motorcycle could take me to these lesser known little wonders of the world. Sometimes I have to pinch myself that now I'm actually doing it. Next up, I headed towards a Pueblo, Mexico called Mascota, but not before doing some exploring around Nayarit, which included a ride up a volcano. Finally, I arrived in the beautiful Pueblo, Mexico, Mascota. I ended up climbing up this cool hill, which had amazing view of the town, and also a perfect meditation spot. Okay, for this highlight reel catch-up, we have many more to go, so I'm gonna speed this up. From Mascota, I went to a nearby little town called San Sebastián del Oeste, which is an old mining town and extremely charming. From San Sebastián was over to Puerto Vallarta. I stopped in the BMW agency to get my oil changed, and Puerto Vallarta really surprised me. I stayed at a hostel right near the Malecon, and there was so much activity and music and action and fun. I adored it there. From Puerto Vallarta, I went over to a little beach place called MOTO and set up my tent in the most amazing spot. From MOTO, I went to another beach place called Malake.
You ain't helping me at all. The memories, they all twist and turn. I bang my head against the wall. Yeah, somehow I just never learn.
And from Malake, I went over and inland to the city of Colima.
In the back of the schoolyard, where we used to play hide and seek. You smiled hello, oh my God, and there was no need to speak.
From Colima to what became one of my very favorite Pueblo Mexicos, Tepalpa. It's up in the mountains, it's brisk, it has the most adorable town plaza, and I just enjoyed myself so much. From Tepalpa, I went over to Mazatmitla, which has one of the most interesting churches on the town square I think I've ever seen. Then I made my way over to the charming cities of San Miguel de Allende and Guanajuato. Lastly, I came through Mexico City, where I met my dear friend Mono, who joined me on her BMW GS, and we took a little adventure together. But before taking off, Mono surprised me with a little gift, a blessing for my bike. She works with a Buddhist community in Mexico City and asked them if they would do a blessing, which was super cool and such a thoughtful, kind gift. We set our sights for Veracruz, but played everything by ear and ended up pretty much circling around Puebla, popping into Pueblo Mexicos and finding some neat places to camp.
made it to Chilango? Wow Chinango.
Yo sé que te gusta. Yo sé que te gusta. Yo sé que te gusta.
Next up, we made our way towards the coast and finally into Veracruz. We found this amazing campsite right on the water and hung out for a few days until ultimately we parted ways. Mono back to Mexico City, and I headed further south to the city of Veracruz. From there, I headed to a little town called Catemaco, and from there, I finally arrived at where I am today.
Well, that's your updates. And as to where I am right now, well, I decided to tell you in the next one. But I'll give you some clues. I'm in the very south of Mexico, close to a border. And after about 1.5 years of traveling in Mexico, I'm about to leave, which makes me kind of nostalgic and brings me to the next thing. Before I leave Mexico and close this chapter, there's something I need to say. So much so that I dedicated an entire video to it. So you can find that video here or somewhere. I'll link it, I think. And in the next vlog, we'll start Journey 3.0, which I'll tell you all about. So thanks for watching. Until next time.